Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Los Angel of Havoc, aka Latedo, the one and only High Priest of the congregation. Welcome back to another installment of Latedo Clips, where we've got a little bit of everything. And Guardians, today we got some more Destiny 2 updates and news. Today we're going to be covering the information that we received in the live stream this past Tuesday, where they went over things coming in episode Revenant, Act 1, and also some more information on things coming in Codename Frontiers. To start off, the story of Revenant will focus on the next Echo that we meet. Echoes were the things that shot out of the pale heart of the Traveler at the end of the Final Shape campaign. The first one found itself in Maya Sundaresh, and that's what we've been dealing with in the first episode. And in this episode, we'll be seeing what's going on with Fikril and the Scorn. It looks like they're going to be evolving, and the story will see us teaming up with Misrax and the House of Light, as well as Ido. Revenant will introduce a brand new apothecary system where we'll have potions and tonics that come in two flavors. You have combat and then you have reward. Combat flavors will enhance your artifact perks, while reward flavors will allow you to attune to specific weapons. Therefore, seasonal weapons this time around are also not craftable. Moving on, we have some changes coming to Onslaught. There will be a brand new version of Onslaught called Onslaught Salvation that will come with 3 new maps, including Widow's Court. New enemy combatants will be featured in this new version of Onslaught, including Dark Cabal, Scorn, as well as another enemy previously not featured before. Onslaught Salvation will not be power enabled, and there will also be new defense systems, including airstrikes. Tripwires are also going to be seeing an update across all versions of Onslaught in order to provide more value to that defense option, and Moth-Yars will be seeing some updates as well to bring it in line with the other Onslaught maps. The Season Pass exotic for Revenant will be a stasis grenade launcher that takes primary ammo. The developers say that it will perform similar to Mountaintop in terms of how it fires. And we will also be seeing an update to the Fighting Lion grenade launcher, where it will be able to make enemies volatile. Icebreaker, a very popular exotic sniper rifle from Destiny 1, will be returning with the all-new dungeon. The developers explained that Icebreaker will have a 10-round magazine, and that assists and final blows with other weapons will then regenerate ammo for Icebreaker. The Inverted Spire Strike will be making a comeback, albeit with some changes, and the devs also teased that there will be a very popular activity returning from Destiny 1. One can only assume what it will be. However, it has been confirmed that the returning activity is not SRL. Now, after all this, they moved on to what they dubbed the cool section of the stream, where they announced that we will be getting a Xur-inspired skimmer called the Zerf board. This skimmer will be earnable entirely in-game and can be acquired from Xur for just 97 strange coins. So, probably best to start saving now. Festival of the Lost is coming back in Act 1 of Revenant. That is Destiny's annual Halloween event. And of course, you already know we got some new drip that's going to be coming. Last year, we all participated in a poll where we got to choose either Evil Wizard or Good Wizard armor. Hunters and Warlocks are going to be getting the Evil Wizard armor, while Titans will be getting the Good Wizard armor. I, on the other hand, will continue to lament over the fact that I'm never getting my Godzilla-inspired Hunter armor. But that's neither here nor there. And no, I'm not getting over it. Moving on, the final section of the stream talked about things that have already been heavily discussed, I think, in the community as far as the future of Destiny 2. Now that there will be 2 expansions per year, they're hoping that each expansion will be roughly about the size of Rise of Iron, each with their own ways to explore the campaign, world, and even discover some in-game secrets. Codename Apollo will feature an all-new Metroidvania-style destination with a non-linear campaign, and they reiterated that this new structure will allow them to move the story along a lot quicker and more focused, with less need to create filler between story beats. They also briefly touched on creating a gameplay loop that will keep players out and engaged into the story and exploring the world, as opposed to having to break up that gameplay time by having to go to different vendors just to get the next part of the quest. They talked about next generation armor that will be coming in Codename Frontiers. They have a desire to provide value for the armor that we have and also provide value to build crafting. Therefore, they're going to be doing a stat rework at some point and making it so that armor will have fewer stats on a single piece. They'll also be making it so that you can actually go beyond 100 in terms of how high a stat can possibly go. Using the strength stat as an example, they explained that for every point that you go above 100 as far as the stat value, you have the chance to gain an additional melee charge. They also stated that they're looking at possibly renaming the stats just to make them a little bit easier to understand, which I think will be great. Again, I generally think that anytime you streamline things and make it easier for players to understand, it's going to make them more inclined to learn and be more invested into things like build crafting. The last thing mentioned about next generation armor is that set bonuses are going to be coming to armor. Set bonuses are exactly what they sound like. They are particular benefits that you gain from wearing armor, and we've actually had different iterations of this in other pieces of armor already in Destiny. However, they've always been, for the most part, very passive in the last few iterations. But this time around, I think the benefits will be more direct, and you'll get them by wearing either 2 or 4 pieces of a particular gear set, and these can also be mixed and matched with different sets and exotics as well. Last but not least, they briefly touched on weapons. They said that they wanted to create more routes for some of the more exclusive weapon chases in Destiny, but they're also committed to bringing new weapons in with all new content. They also plan to continue to do weapon reprisals as well, just because they feel like players enjoy getting that favorite gun of theirs back, or maybe players that didn't get a chance to experience a particular gun now have that opportunity as well. They also said that Chroma Rush will specifically be coming back revamped in Revenant. And as for why all of these changes to weapons and armor are so important to them, is because that, quite simply, there's going to be new modifiers and there's going to be customizable difficulties that are coming to Destiny in the very near future. So they want to make the loot chase worthwhile. But that about wraps up everything I have for you today, Guardians. I tried to condense everything as best I could, but if you want to watch the stream for yourself, I do have it linked in the description of this video. How are we feeling about things coming to Destiny? Let me know in the comments. I would love to discuss it with you further there. But if you liked the video, found it helpful in any way, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It's a little bit, but it does go a long way in terms of helping the channel grow. If you like what I do here on the channel, want to see more, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. My name is Lost Angel of Havoc. Thank you for watching Late Tato Clips. We will see you next time, friends. Same late time, same late channel.